What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Please follow my Instagram at RussoLifts, just in case something happens to this YouTube channel. You can follow, message, and you can watch my daily story content on Instagram. I'll see you there. What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Today I'm going to be discussing MK677 and blood sugar issues, blood sugar side effects. So this goes with anything that facilitates GH in the GH category, aka adding in exogenous GH, using GH facilitating peptides or secretagogues, or using oral secretagogues, which I'm going to be using MK677 as the example because it's the most common oral secretagogue in the world, used around the world, and a lot of people don't understand everything that needs to be monitored with HGH facilitating peptides and secretagogues. So MK677, when dosed in a fasted state, is a signaler to the pituitary gland to secrete growth hormone. So instead of having one pulse at night in a fasted state, you can now use 677 to pulse GH before your workout, after your workout, or you could constantly pulse it all day in 6-hour increments. Now, what people don't understand is that that's going to cause chronic high blood sugar. So you want to keep your sugar intake to a minimum. Now, you need some sugar intake because even with MK677, I've experienced with high doses of GH for a week, but even with MK677, you can go hypoglycemic. I've gone hypoglycemic in the gym from MK677 only. So you need to have some sugar in, but you need to know that you're going to develop insulin resistance, which is going to cause chronic high blood sugar, which is what diabetics have essentially, right? So you need to use some sort of method of regulating your blood sugar. Now, there's a couple options. I'm going to link one down below, which is a natural option, as well as go into more hardcore options. So a GDA, glucose disposal agent, is going to help rid the body of glucose in the blood, which lowers blood sugar. So Slim pills by Enhanced are a GDA. There are multiple GDAs on the market. Berberine, however you say it, being the primary ingredient at facilitating that insulin mimetic state. Now, if you want to step it up a notch, then you go to metformin, which is basically a pharmaceutical GDA, essentially what's going to rid the body and lower blood sugar. If you need to go more hardcore, then you start to get into where you can go into insulins, right? So you could go into Novolungar, any of the insulins work, Lantus. It doesn't really matter. I wouldn't really go the insulin route unless you're going super high GH all the time because you want to take the strain off your pancreas. If you're going to be cruising on high amounts of GH, in my opinion, to save the strain on your pancreas, you should go the full insulin route. But with peptides, MK677 secretagogues, you can get away with using a GDA, monitoring your sugar intake and not going crazy with it. You can keep blood sugar low, without having chronic high blood sugar. So I personally use Slim pills fasted in the morning, try and bring my blood sugar below at 80. If it's resting higher than 80, then you have an issue, right? So what does constant high blood sugar mean? It means that all the carbs you eat, all the nutrients you eat are not going to be transported into the muscle. It's going to go straight to fat gain. This is why it's so hard for diabetics to lose weight, because their insulin sensitivity is fucked up to a point where if you're leaner and you have crazy insulin sensitivity, you can get away with eating shittier foods, and it goes into the muscle and doesn't really, go to fat gain. The minute your chronic high blood sugar starts adding up is when it's going to all go to fat gain. And I wish I knew this, right? This isn't common knowledge with MK677 that this needs to be monitored. The way you monitor this is by getting a blood glucose monitor, which you would prick your finger, bleed onto the tab, and then it would tell you your blood sugar levels currently, and you want to check it fasted every morning if you're utilizing 677 to keep it within that range. Now, it's going to go higher throughout the day, but every time you're waking up, it should be around 80, preferably below 80. That's when the next carb meal you eat if your blood sugar is low, is going to go into filling out your muscles, filling the glycogen stores of your muscles versus going into fat. Remember, MK677 going to cause chronic high blood sugar, so you need to watch sugar intake. Utilize glucose disposal agents such as enhanced insulin pills or any other GDAs on the market. If you have fasted blood sugar over 120, then you will most likely need metformin, which you can get a script for metformin from Elevate, which is in my links as well. If you are using higher amounts of GH, you might as well just jump on insulin to take the strain off your pancreas from, facilitating that much insulin endogenously. It's just not going to work out. So adding in Atlantis, Novolin R would be, the best bet, which I'm not going to go into because insulin is super dangerous and can result in death, as people know. But I just want to clear the air with that, right? People don't understand how important blood sugar is for bodybuilding. Okay, this is the difference between all the food you eating going to fat gain versus all the food you eating refilling out the blood glycogen stores. It can impact cutting, losing weight. All these things are facilitated by the insulin growth hormone pendulum. They don't like to exist in the blood at the same time, and they don't naturally. When you add in exogenous GH facilitating peptides, secretagogues, or GH itself, then you need to deal with regulating blood sugar and keeping your body most optimal to absorbing nutrients, putting it in the muscles, transporting it with insulin, the most anabolic hormone in the body, and not succumbing to not knowing what you're doing, having fasted high blood sugar, killing beta cells, causing diabetes, all the bad shit that goes with that. So just keep that in mind. MK677 super common. I see a lot of people have no idea about this. So just wanted to shed some light. I hope everyone is well, and I will see you in my next video.